Hello and welcome to Joy at Work. My name is Karen Volo and I'm your Chief Joy Bringer, and I'm the Director of Evolution Academy, and we are working with companies to help them build an amazing culture inside of their organization. And it's based on a book that I have written with my partner and husband called Engage. And the second cultural key that I'm covering in this series is creativity. And we hear a lot about creativity and innovation in companies quite a bit. And one of my favorite stories when it comes to looking at creativity, we were talking to Virgin, and they had, for Virgin Trains, had taken over management of a train line from Edinburgh to London from British Railways. And the first 6 months, they didn't do anything to change anything. They just went in and talked to the frontline employees there, and they talked to the conductors, and they talked to the people that were working on the trains and saying, well, you've been here a long time. What would you do differently? If you could do anything, what would be the best idea you would have? And they went around and talked to these employees who had never been asked, never been listened to, and in the end, none of their ideas had never, gone anywhere. And after the first 6 months or so, they started to look at what were the best ideas that came from these employees, and they started to implement them. And this totally increased the levels of engagement with these employees. And what was interesting is a few years later, they were at a point where they might have lost the management contract, and the employees rallied together and they were putting up signs on, where you take a train and it says you're going, when the train is coming. And they were putting up signs that they're not supposed to, but basically saying, train to Edinburgh, leaving at 1:10. We want to stay with Virgin. We want Virgin management. And so they rallied together, and it ended up that Virgin ended up keeping the management contract. The interesting thing that came from this story is that the CEO of Virgin Trains said the employees hadn't changed. It was the same employees, had been long-term employees working, 15, 20 years at Virgin, or at this on this particular train line, and that they just went in and listened to them and got some of the best ideas coming from these people, because they're the ones closest to the business and to the customer. So when we look at creativity, your employees have wonderful ideas, and it's just a matter of asking and listening and allowing those ideas to filter up. So creativity is really allowing the innovation and ideas to flow within the organization. If we look at Google as an example, they have the 20% time, where 1 day a week, all the employees can work on whatever projects they want to do. Well, 50% of their new products and some of their most successful products like Gmail and Google Docs and things like that have come from people playing around and coming up with new ideas. So you often see in companies where they'll, do these amazing landscape environments with lots of colors and things like that, and ping pong tables. And you don't have to have that to allow for the creativity, but they do work on that so that they can hopefully foster new ideas and allow people to relax and come up with great ideas. The point of all of this is it doesn't matter what your organization looks like, but find a way to tap into those ideas from your employees, because they are an untapped resource that is just waiting, that can help your business and your organization thrive in ways that you probably don't even know right now or can't even imagine. So figure out ways that you can filter up those ideas and allow the creativity to flow within your organization. Hope you've enjoyed the session, and I will see you again for the next one. Take care now. Bye-bye.